Okay, so I think it's time we talk about Garo again because after this recent chapter, I feel like Garo has just surprised everybody in terms of how strong he is currently. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that expected Garo to be not as strong as he is currently. I expected him to be pretty strong, but just not as strong as how he is right now in the series. But of course, I've made separate videos about Garo's, previous forms and why those forms are stronger than we think. And I feel like at this point, this is kind of like a manga, like it's kind of like a trend in the manga where, you know, Garo, Garo's counterpart in the manga is almost always stronger than the webcomic part, the webcomic counterpart. So I'm expecting Fully Awakened Garo to be like a lot stronger than the webcomic version. So anyway, apart from that, before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel because as you can tell by one look at my channel, I post quite a lot of One Punch Man content, and if you like One Punch Man, then this channel is definitely for you. But apart from that, let's just get into the video because I'm sure everybody here wants to know how strong Garo is currently and why he's a lot stronger than the webcomic version. Now, first of all, I kind of just want to start off with some of Garo's feats because I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Garo's feats right now are way better than in the webcomic. Now, let's start off with just some of the stuff he did to, for example, Vomited Fury Ugly. Now, because we know that Garo Garo changed into this form kind of like straight after, destroying Vomited Fury Ugly in one kick. And can I just say that that kick was probably one of the best things I've seen Garo do so far in the series, because we've seen that Vomited Fury Ugly is kind of a top tier character. He is like a definitive high dragon, and plus his his acidic properties are also pretty annoying when facing off against characters. Other characters can't really get past that acidic body, so the fact that Garo was able to just one shot him without even trying to, because Garo was actually trying to get to Platinum S, but he just kind of took out Vomited Fury Ugly at the same time, whilst trying to protect Bang just simultaneously. So of course that was very, very impressive of Garo. Now, of course, now that he's done that, at that point I thought Garo was like a low above dragon, but little did I know that Garo was going to show us some more crazy stuff when he fought off against Platinum S and Evil Natural Water, because once he got to the scene, Platinum S and Evil Natural Water were basically staring down at King, and we see that whilst this was happening, Garo just gets to the scene and straight up kicks Platinum S in the air with so much ease. And at the time, we all thought that, Platinum S got caught off guard because, he was facing King. So we gave Platinum S the benefit of a doubt, we gave him the benefit of a doubt then. But then we saw him completely destroy Evil Natural Water in less than a second. And then we see that Garo at this point is definitely not just a low above dragon, because the fact that he's able to do that to Evil Natural Water kind of suggests that he is a lot stronger. Now, I feel like at this point the fan base was pretty split. Like, we were in the middle of like, is Garo low above dragon? Is he a little bit higher? We were kind of just in the middle. We didn't exactly know how strong he was then. But then after all of this happened, we see that Flashy Flash then joins the fight. And I feel like this is where we finally get a solid, idea of how strong Garo is at the time, that is. Now, at the time, Garo was kind of, I guess, portrayed by Murata that they were all kind of around the same level. But then we see that Garo actually is a lot stronger than both Platinum S and Flashy Flash, because in this recent chapter we see that Platinum S defeats Flashy Flash, which kind of, I guess, kind of cements the fact that Platinum S is stronger than Flashy Flash and faster. But then we see that Platinum S versus Garo takes place, a one-on-one after that fight, and we see that Garo is actually way stronger than Platinum S, because we see that Garo just straight up destroys Platinum S with one attack. And that again is currently, I feel like, Garo's most impressive feat, like to be able to beat Platinum S, who is like a consensus low to mid above dragon, I guess, more leaning towards low, but he's in and around that level of strength. So the fact that Garo is able to do that to someone of that caliber just shows that Garo is on a completely different level at this point. And I would actually say that I can confidently say that Garo right now is probably like released Boros level of strength. Now, I'm not going to take this back because I feel like Garo has done enough to show that, he's pretty much at this level. Now, to those that are saying, Garo is meteoric Boros level, I disagree. He's not on that level yet. I feel like once he gets to his awakened form, he will be on the same level as meteoric Boros at that point. But right now, I feel like he's more, released Boros, because just the things that he's done so far have just been really impressive. From defeating Platinum S to destroying Vomited Furugly to blitzing Evil Natural Water to overwhelming Flashy Flash, all these things do add up as crazy feats. And I feel like at this point, it's safe to say he is at this point Release Boros level. And for those who are forgetting how strong Release Boros is, I can just remind you that Release Boros is able to like wipe out nearly a quarter of a city with like one beam blast. So, Garo is probably able to do that. Garo is probably able to do that same thing with relatively, with relative ease, I would say. So Garo right now is definitely one of the strongest characters in the series, and he's not even in his final form. So just to give you guys a good idea, I would say Garo right now is, in this current form, he would be like maybe in the top 7 strongest characters in the series of all time, maybe top 5 off the top of my head, because these new characters are, starting to come in, like Evil Ocean Water, Sage Centipede. We need to kind of gauge how strong they are before we, solidly put this form of Garo in top 5. But, once Garo gets to his fully awakened form, he would be like, top 2, top 1, who knows. We just need to see how strong he is in the manga counterpart. And I've actually made a video on, could Garo be god level in the manga? And the way Murata is going with Garo's strength, I feel like we could see that happen eventually, because, Garo has just been going completely crazy. Even in this recent chapter, he's already starting to, fight Sage Centipede, who is disaster level unknown. And I'm actually going to make a video on, disaster level unknown and just what exactly that means and why that may be a problem for One Punch Man in the future. But apart from that, that's pretty much all I have for this video, to be honest. Again, I have like 2 more videos, centered around this recent chapter that we got. So, expect those in the next few days. But apart from that, I will see you in my next video. And of course, if you haven't told a friend about One Punch Man, I will say this again. Please do, because One Punch Man right now is crazy.